Hello Yu-Gi-Oh lovers, this is Raven from Winter X Raven bringing you a new video. This video today is going to be about the ban list and what we predict, which is mainly our opinion of what may be banned, come off the ban list, become limited, semi-limited, or unlimited. So let's go ahead and begin. Dark Magician of Chaos. I believe this card should be unbanned because it does get banished whenever it leaves the field, but other than that, the OP side of it is it banishes any monster it destroys, and when summoned, it adds one spell card from your graveyard to your hand. Sounds a bit questionable, but now in this new format, this card can be taken care of very quickly. It requires 2 tributes, 2800 attack, 26 defense. It can be bottomless, solar morning, effect veiled, so much that I believe it should come off the ban list as soon as the new ban list comes out. Bills of the Diabolic Dragons. I believe this card should be banned because most people only run one, and let's look at its base attack and defense. 3000 attack, 3000 defense. The effects cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And basically, if you attack over it with something like Cyber End Dragon, it gains the difference and it stays on the field. So next turn, it gains the attack that you attacked over it, and it can still attack you. Another thing is, it can be very hard to get rid of, especially if you're running against synchro decks such as the Yangzings. They can make it to where it cannot be affected by card effects, basically spells, traps, and monsters, which it can be unstoppable. There's really no way to get rid of it, and I pretty much want to say that I think it is very stupid of a card, and if this card is unbanned, then pot agreed to come off too. Yosenju, 1. I hate this card. It can be easily brought out within the archetype if you have, even if you don't have the archetype, if you have more than one Yosenju, you can just keep normal summoning, bring that card out, and say Cyber End Dragon is on the field. You spend a lot of time putting power into that card, and they're like, let's go ahead, return it back to the extra deck, and you're like, well, that kind of messes up my plan, and basically, that can ruin your whole plan. Can ruin so many things, and then you can't even destroy it. The only way to destroy it might be something that negates effect, because if they're smart about this, they will not attack if you have back row, so no mirror force. If you compose it goes back to the hand. You can bottomless it, but that is if you have bottomless face down. Now another thing is, this card, it is so stupid. It retreats back to the hand like the coward it is, so you cannot use Dark Hole, you cannot attack it. No, it is a coward, so yeah. Tori Entra Tribute. I believe this card should be semi-limited because it destroys all monsters on the field, can only be activated when a monster is summoned, and a lot of monsters in the meta right now cannot be affected by cards that destroy. And there's even decks that would want to be destroyed, like Yangzings and some variants of Light Swarms. Dark Hole. I believe this card should be unlimited because, again, like Tori Entra, it does destroy all monsters on the field. Monsters do feed from that, but unlike Tori Entra, a lot more monsters cannot be affected by it. Such as the cowards, Yosenjus, they always pop back to the hand, so you can't activate any spells on it. The only thing you can rely on is traps, and hopefully they don't have something to screw up your traps, and that really sucks. And yeah, well, let's just go ahead and make it unlimited, because why the hell not?
Hello YouTube, Winner Zero here of Winter X Raven with my opinions on the ban list. Starting with the first card that I would like to have unbanned is Code Wave. This card makes both players wait a whole turn before setting or activating any spells or traps. I feel like this is a very good effect to slow down the metagame, because right now it's kind of fast, and I don't think it'll do any bad for the game. So Now the card I would like to have banned that's currently in the game is Dimensional Fissure. Continuous spell, banishes monsters that will go to the graveyard. I really don't like this card. It stops a lot of decks. It's too disruptive in my opinion. Just the way it just banishes anything. Some decks can benefit from it. You know, Yosenju is a ritual beast, but most decks don't. So I just feel like this card, they already have Macrocosmos, so I feel like just banishing one of these is gonna help. Alright, the next card I have that I want to have semi-limited is Compulsory Evacuation Device. I feel like this card should be at 2 because Synchros and XYZ monsters are pretty much running the format, or most of it, and just controlling those a little bit with this card will be very useful. I don't think it should go to 3, that's just spamming too much, but I feel like 2 will be a good number for this card. 1 isn't really doing as much as it would. A lot of people aren't even running it because it's at 1. I feel like 2 is a good number for it. Alright, here's a card I'd like to have limited, Stellar Knight Trevor. I want him put to 1 mainly because he compulses the whole field, discards a random card from your hand. Just stuff I really don't like happening, especially in the middle of a duel. I know Stellar Knight players don't mind doing that, but yeah, I don't like it. The deck's already fast. Let's slow it down by putting this card to 1. It won't really hurt them that much in my opinion because they can make it first turn or make it whenever they want. And I feel like they can recycle it somehow. I know they can. So let's just put it to 1 and slow down that deck a little bit. Alright, for the card I wanted to have unlimited, it's pretty much the same one that Raven wanted. Mainly because we both know this is a great card. It's not that bad in the current meta because some cards actually benefit from this card. Decks like Yang Zings, Yosenjus, they don't really, it doesn't bother them at all, it doesn't disrupt them. So it's not as disruptive as it was. So I don't see it needing to be at 2 anymore. 3 is a great number for it. Let's bring it back to 3.
Hello YouTube, Redex here from Winrex Raven, and today I'll be doing my Banlist predictions. And for one, I think Blaster Dragon, Ruler of Inferno should be unbanned. For one, it's the fact that it lets you banish 2 fire monsters or a dragon type to special summon it. The benefits are, with fire and dragon types, the only bad side about it is that once you summon it, it'll stay on the field for your turn and your opponent's turn, but after that it goes back into your hand. Now, it looks like a pretty powerful card, but just think about that added effect. It only stays on the field for your turn and your opponent's turn and then goes back to your hand. The bad side is you won't have nothing else to banish, and you won't be able to play nothing. So that's why I think it should be unbanned. The next card on my list is Ritual Beast Ultra Gaia Pelio. Now, I want this card banned is because during each player's turn, when a spell or trap card effect is activated, you can banish a Ritual Beast monster from your hand to negate the effects. And with this card, you always have a hand. The bad part about it is hard to get around, because whatever you do, all they have to do is vanish from the hand, negate the effect, and destroy whatever started the chain. The best part about it is that it's 3200 attacker, but I think it should be banned because it's a hard card to get around, and I just don't like it. Next up we have Graceful Charity, the card that I think should be limited. The good thing about it is that it lets you draw 3 cards, but you discard 2. The good thing about this is that it gives you good draw power, but you still have to discard 2, but just depends on what 2 you discard, because a lot of decks in the meta right now use effects from the graveyard, or just like to get rid of cards, and this would be good to have, at least if it's just 1, to help out, because you might not be able to draw nothing, but this can get going, so yeah. The next card on my list is Thunder King Ryo. Now, I think this should be semi-limited at least to 2, because neither player can add cards from their deck to their hand, and when your opponent would special summon a monster, you would send this card to the graveyard to negate the summon. So basically, this card lets you stop searches and negate special summons. And in the meta right now, that's mostly what everybody does, is either search in their deck for a card that they need, or special summon, special summon, special summon. And for me, I don't really like that, but I think Thunder King would at least help out in the meta right now to stop some, some what do you call it, big plays. At least save you a turn or two. So yeah. And last but not least, Premature Burial. I think this card should be unlimited, which means you can use as many as you want. The reason is because you have to pay 800 life points, and you get to special summon one monster from the graveyard, and it's equipped to it. But when the equipped card will be destroyed, you have to destroy the equipped monster. So basically, it lets you summon a monster from your grave at the cost of 800 life points. Yet, there's some cards out there that let you do it for free, but all you have to do is wait a turn, like Call of the Haunted. But I think this card shouldn't have been banned in the first place. It's just like Call of the Haunted. Only thing is, you pay life points. I don't see nothing bad about that. If you're gonna get something for, a monster, I would pay any amount of life points. But yeah. Well, that's it for this video. And thanks for listening to our opinions. Please like and subscribe. Comment in the section below to see what your opinions are about the Banlist coming up. And hopefully we see what happens whenever the Banlist does come out. Thank you for watching.